look, we're certain guys, right? And we like to groom ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in certain times when we grooming ourselves, you know, you got to be particular. You got to take care of yourself, right? The only way you can really take care of yourself is by using what?
Presence beard kit.
You know what I mean, it got everything you need, all of the two essentials.
This joint in here, bro, it got a comb, it got the beard balm, it got the beard bonnet.
Show them the beard balm.
They got the beard balm.
Show them the oil.
They got the, oh shit, hold on. They got the dust bag.
Everything
we got the beard oil.
So it's a different thing when you're dealing with that. So
comb.
Presence is where it's at. You want to get your beard right. You want to get your beard together. You want to be able to sleep right. You want to be able to be good. You want to get the oil, the Nikes, the essence, the smell. You want your wife to be like,
You know what I'm saying?
Presence. Beard kit.
Yo, use that special Beards and Bottles promo code.
Use that now.
25% off.
It's at the bottom of this. 25% off. Use the Beards and Bottles promo code. All right? So Presence Beard Kit. It's us.
What up? It's the King Amadeus, man. I just pulled up, man. Beards and Bottles. You heard Big Bronx energy. Platinum boy.
Yeah. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Flyest niggas. Baddest models. Poppin' shit.
Yeah. It's the main man, PBM Louie.
It's the homie GL.
We're Beards
and Bottles.
We got our special guest here today.
King Amadeus.
Oh, clap it up for the king. Clap it up for him. You know, it's not, you know what I mean? So many times we got a multi-platinum producer in the building, Grammy, you know what I mean, nominated and winning, you know what I mean? It's different, man. It's different when we got, you know what I mean, the likes of this guy here, man.
I'm humbled.
And you came in here with such an amazing energy, bro. You know what I mean?
Same.
And it was amazing, bro.
Thank you, King.
You know what I mean? Seems like a pleasure just to meet you before we even start the conversation,
Vice versa, man. Absolutely.
Let's get into it, though. Before we even go, you know what I mean, as deep as I like to go, pause.
Yeah. It's a little crazy.
Let's look before we go crazy, bro. How was your weekend?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. No complaints. Not as busy as it usually is.
Right.
So I love having the downtime. You know what I'm saying? Because it can get crazy on the weekends. Because I have the residency out in Vegas. So I fly back and forth to perform at Club Dre's out there.
I love Dre's, yeah.
It's definitely a good vibe.
You're just going to spend that chicken if you really want to play how you want to play.
Absolutely. Yeah,
man.
It's different out there.
Right.
So yeah, nice and chill, not too much.
Right.
What about you?
Me personally, this past weekend, I really didn't do much. It was my daughter's birthday. So last Thursday, I appreciate it. And then on Saturday, well, it was Thursday we celebrate, and Saturday was her actual birthday.
Dope.
We went to like a jump park, you know what I mean?
Nice.
With the kids.
Nice.
And, did her thing. She just turned 9. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. She's still innocent. So it was one of those type of things.
Love it, man.
Just having fun with the children.
I feel like fatherhood is the greatest gift we can have. You know.
You know what it is? It helps me make decisions that I was fearful to make before.
Mm.
You know, man. A lot of times, you'll be in situations and you only think about the financial aspects and it's other things that correlate with that may not lead you in the right direction, and you forget to factor those in, and then you say to yourself, you know what I mean, at the last minute usually, why didn't I even add this in the equation when I was saying whether I was going to do it or not? And I just had to let things go and fall to the waistline and just,
love that,
and just do other things.
Absolutely.
Life, you know
Absolutely.
What I mean? How was your weekend, OBGL?
Similar to yours, my daughter's birthday just passed too. She turned 15 though.
Yeah, she a big dog.
She a big dog.
Nice.
Nice.
She asking for Jordans and
No. Tell her, yeah, what you did.
I took on her first shopping spree. She took me on my first shopping spree. She going crazy.
She took him on his first shopping spree.
She in the mall. She hitting rack for rack. I'm like,
wow.
I'm counting in my head.
Same here. Yep.
It's
a blessing,
I said,
man.
Thank God we in Forever 21. Man, shout out to Forever 21.
They about to close, so you gotta go back.
20% off. Go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Word. I'm sale king. Yeah. Don't ever get it twisted. I want the deals. I want the 20% off, the 40% off.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yo, so Let's get right into it. Before we even ask you a question, give us a little 3-4 minute synopsis of who you are, where you from, and you know what I mean, and you know how you started.
Absolutely. Big Bronx energy. I'm from the Bronx, New York, birthplace of hip hop, 169 Washington Avenue.
Talk that.
Tough neighborhood, the hood, the Jacks. Block, they call my block the 9, not from 169, but the 9, literally. So that's what it was growing up. Grateful for my parents, you know, that knew they had to keep us off the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We went to private school. I went to Catholic school all my life. I definitely frowned upon that. I'm like, nah, I want to have a drip just like everybody else. I had to wear the slacks and the dress shirts and the ties and everything every day. I went to Catholic school from 1st to 12th grade.
That's amazing.
So it was amazing.
Shout out to the parents.
Now,
shout out to the parents.
It's amazing
like
now.
$2.
Right. But yeah, you know,
but going back to the neighborhood, it wasn't so appealing.
Oh, nah, man, it was crazy. So you know, music literally saved my life. You know,
Right.
And in the school I went to, St. Augustine School of the Arts, you had to learn an instrument. I chose drums, fell in love with drums, developed a love and passion for drums and musicianship. Started doing that about 15, 16 years old, decided that I wanted to be a producer, and the rest is history, bro.
Let's tap back into you, you know, going to private school but coming back to the hood. How was that duality between the two?
It's tough, bro, because, I mean, every day, you know, I had to walk through the neighborhood dressed up, you know, so out the gate, I'm being laughed at and mocked because of
church boy jokes and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? And then that adds a whole other layer to it, which we didn't even get to, because Catholic school, you know, that whole vibe, and then church boy as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to church every Sunday. So, you know, when I wanted to go outside and do what the other kids did, it was a no. When I wanted to look how they looked and dressed, how they dressed, like you said, the finances was going to tuition. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, Easter we got drippy. You know, certain birthday we got drippy.
Still in the hood,
Christmas,
everybody else.
But Monday to Friday was the slacks and the shirts so I couldn't have the Jordans, I couldn't have the fresh that everybody had, the Pelés and the AVs and all of that, because they're like, nah, we can't get that. This is going towards your school. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't, you know, back in the day, even when I was like in my early 20s, when I used to see kids, because I felt like that was a thing that started if you wasn't going to Catholic school, maybe in my 20s or maybe in my late teens, because for us, you know, I graduated 04, so that means my high school year was 2000 to 2004.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Also, all I really know is the people from the early 90s, you know, that went to school before me, right? So if you wasn't in Catholic school, you had your own drip, your own, you know what I mean, your own personality.
Your own thing,
whatever you wore was who you were, right? So in my mind, I'm like, bro, why is they got people wearing uniforms in school, you know, afterwards? Now, because now public school got uniforms, you know what I'm saying? But then I understood now, growing up, I'm much smarter, that everybody poor. I was one of the kids that was poor. So, and then it would have saved me a lot of, I guess, beefs and hiking on and fist fights if I'd have just wore the same uniform, if I'd had a chance to wear it.
A little bit, because then yours, you got the same thing on, but yours is dirty, yours is old.
Yeah, you're right.
Yours is holy, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, you're right. But if my cousin that's older that lived with me, I wouldn't have to count. He would have had I'd have had the hand-me-down. So I'd have had his little uniform from the year before. It'd have been different for me. You get
Crazy.
So it's just about perspective and how you put things. You know what I mean? So moving forward, all right, you found your way into music in school, and you had to choose an instrument. You chose the drums.
Yes, sir.
What draw you to the drums?
Honestly, I really wanted to learn how to play the saxophone or the trumpet. I was absent on the day that everybody was able to choose their instrument.
Right.
The next day I went, the only thing left was drums and violin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bro. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the hood. I'm already a target. We absolutely not, and with all due respect to the violin and the violinists in the world, I'm absolutely not choosing the violin. Right. But when you think about it, it's a sad thing that has to be my thought process. You know, as a fourth grader. Like,
but you want to protect who you are and yourself.
Fourth grade, I'm thinking about that.
That
shows you know, where I was growing up at and the circumstances that we were dealt. So I chose drums. You know, I didn't know I had, you know, because you got to have timing and coordination and you know, both feet are doing different things. Your hands are doing different things as you play. But when I picked up the drumsticks for the first time, you know, I was able to play the same rhythms and patterns my teacher played. Right. And it was like an instant thing that happened. Like, it was like, okay, you was definitely born for this. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was a special moment.
Can you read classical music? No. Or you can only read?
I can't read music at all. I'm gonna tell you why. So because it was a natural gift and talent, I felt like the teachers took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, oh, nah, he knows how to play it. Like, he's he's good. So let me just let him hear the pattern. You play the pattern
On some drumline shit.
Yeah, like teach them how to play the pattern instead of like, nah, let's read. Let me teach you the right way so that you know. Because what happens is, fast forward, as adults, I want to play the Lion King.
Right.
I want to play Broadway.
Right.
You can't, bro. Ain't no rehearsal.
Yeah.
So if you're the drummer and I need to sub for you, I'll get the call like, hey man, are you available to do Lion King Thursday night at 8? And I'm like, yeah, cool. All right, cool. You show up at 7. They hand you the music. You sit behind the drums and you play what's on the music. They ain't no rehearsal.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can't read how you gonna play it.
I can't do that.
But is it the fact that you can't do it, or you just never really took the time to really learn?
Here and there, I was being taught, but again, it was like the cheat code. It was like, bro, let me just let him hear it. Just let him hear it. He's gonna play it. He gonna share with the rest of the band. I was the only freshman in the history of. I went to Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx, right? So I was the only freshman in history that was in the seniors band. So like I was the band leader as a freshman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Drumline, I'm telling you,
it was crazy, bro.
He was the first Nick Cannon. He was the first Nick Cannon.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick.
But don't you feel like in hindsight, you know what I mean, being that you want to, you know what I mean, do the bigger gigs, and not just the bigger gigs, the
Just
more
different. Yeah,
sustainable gigs, I guess, you know what I mean? Because now if you're not on tour, but it's one thing, but if you're doing the Lion King or you doing Alicia Keys' Hell's Kitchen,
it's just different.
You get what I'm saying to you? And now that you can't read music, you absent yourself from opportunities.
Correct. So that's why I make sure, for the youngins, it's like, it's cool to have an ear. It's cool to be self-taught. But if you have the opportunity to learn and learn the proper way, go that way. Right?
You feel like it's too late to learn, though?
It's never too late to do anything. But I feel like where I am in life, I would have to stop what I'm doing.
Nigga got too much money. You can tell me nigga got too. Had nigga before, he wouldn't have been that.
Like, I gotta stop making beats. I gotta not go on tour, hold on Dre's, because it takes time for you to really learn, and you got to put in the hours, during the day to do that. So I'm not saying it's too late, but for me to stop the motion, right? That's like, and I like that you brought that up, because I never really talked about this on this subject, right? Where that's like a producer learning a new equipment.
Yeah.
We're stubborn where it's like, all right, if I'm on the MPC, I'm on the MPC, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, but they got Logic now, they got Pro Tools, they got Fruity Loops, they got, bro, I'm fire on this, and this is my formula, and this is my format, and this is what I use. So I'm a beast on this, right? So for me to go learn Logic and Pro Tools, I gotta stop being great,
right?
So go over there and learn that.
So let's fast forward. When you started doing production, right? And tell us when that started, so on and so forth. And just bring us different various and barriers of the times when you started. When you started doing production, right? What was your I guess your beats, your drummer choice? What machines did you use that nobody that because a lot of guys nowadays don't only using computers.
Yeah, correct.
So it was beat machines back. What is it? MSP,
MPC, the SP1200.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
ASR. So it was a lot of different. For me, the first thing I ever started on was an Ensoniq keyboard. And it was a workstation, meaning that you can program everything in the actual keyboard, the drums, the music, everything, right? So from there, I think it was the Roland XP50, which is also another workstation where you can create and program everything within the keyboard, right? The problem I was having was when I would go play beats for artists, for A&Rs, for labels, they'd be like, yo, your drums ain't knocking enough. Now, I felt the way because I'm a drummer first, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how is this possible?
What do you mean? And they was like, you need an MPC. You need to go get you an MPC and go figure it out.
So it wasn't so much as you not having the drums knock, it was the programming.
It was the programming. Yeah, everything I've ever created or produced, even though I was a drummer, I never did anything live. Everything was programmed. Everything was MPC sample drums, samples, instrumentation from the keyboards and everything like that, the sounds that came within the equipment, right? So, but yeah, when they was telling me my drums wasn't hitting, bro, when we went and got that MPC, and then life changed. I remember going to the studio, playing beats and blowing out speakers, crazy, like, and to the point where the engineers would see me coming, and be like, all right, let's turn down,
right.
Let's turn down,
chill out, yo.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
MPC 2000 XL still to this day.
Oh, you still do
Yes,
it?
sir. Zip drive, blue joint.
Ooh, you still be using a joint?
Yeah.
Was the sound better? What is it?
It's the sound, bro. Like now, yes, it's just
he does production
He does
as well.
production, so he already know. I hate the energy back there.
He trashed though.
Nah.
I'm fucking with you, man. You definitely did.
You see?
You see how you kick your man back? That's real loud. You tell niggas. Absolutely, you do some of my hottest shit when I was doing the music, bro.
Producer, mad respect, man.
Nah, absolutely.
But I heard the energy. I didn't know he was a producer, but everything that I was saying from a production space, he was definitely.
This is type of interview, you know what I mean? So I knew when I was gonna have you up here that names was going, you know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope.
You feel me?
Yeah, bro. Yes, sir.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
He was a big dog.
Maxed out the memory, so I can sample however long I need to sample.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Names, tell me who your family is that does the production.
My cousin Eric Roberson.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my big cousin.
Wow.
He taught me the game.
Wow. That's greatness. That's greatness. SOB's king.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
Shut it down.
Yes, sir. Down.
You know what I mean?
Down. And he's still rocking. I just seen he's doing City Winery. City Winery, which is a great vibe. Yeah, Eric Roberson is dope, man.
Right,
Salute.
right. And you know what I mean? Obviously, you cut from the cloth for obviously when you really had to come outside and, touch the labels, you know what I mean? Opposed to being outside on the internet, sending everything through. So let's talk about, right, putting it together, right? Putting that first tape that you got the MPC that you think is it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get that opportunity. Tell me the steps. I called this person. I went to that studio. I met with this. Bring us to that moment. We want to be there with you. We want to feel it. Pause.
Right. I love this, man, because for me, I was big on research. Right. 1, 2, it was nothing like album credits. Like I didn't listen to nothing until I knew who was on it, what producers was on there, what writers, what featured artists.
My boys, you had to get tapes back in the day.
Bro.
You had to walk to the store back in the day.
To the Wiz.
It was different. It went from tapes to CDs for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta keep it a buck. I had the bootleg dude, the African dude.
Yeah, everybody did that.
Down the street. For $4.
Harlem, and then downtown.
You know what I'm saying? $4, bro. I mean, it was $4 if you went and got the bootleg joint. If you went and got the real joint, it was like, was it like $7.99, depending on $11.98.
Yeah.
So if you had it, you went and got the real joint. If not, you went and got the bootleg. Right. I mean, it played the same way. The credits were just different. It was, the album covers were printed.
Right.
So it was no booklets.
No
You know what I'm saying?
And some of it'd be like half credits or quarter
Yeah,
credits. All the
bro.
credits won't be there. But
So certain albums, like when I went and got, Life After Death, and certain albums, like, I'm going to save up for this and really do this the right way so that I can read those credits. So that was influential for me, right? Where I would read the credits. I would find out who the A&Rs were. I would actually see, because the addresses to the labels and the studios that they worked at and recorded at was on the credits.
Right.
So I would show up. I would stand out in front of Def Jam, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for Hove to come out, waiting for Ja Rule to come out, waiting for DMX to come out, waiting for Redman to come out, and then hand them a beat tape or hand them a beat CD, you know what I'm saying? I would stand in front of the studios, do the same thing.
You out there with the physical CD?
Yeah, with the physical CDs. I remember Rucker. Going up to Rucker in Harlem, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And, I know there's a lot going on, but it is what it is. Puff was out there, and I remember walking up to him and not giving him a CD. I just introduced myself because I'm like, and I'm a youngin', but I'm like, we in Harlem, it's Rucker, a lot of beautiful women out here. What he ain't worrying about?
He don't want no CD right now, man.
But if I can walk up to him and say, what's up, and introduce myself, I say, yo, my name is Amadeus, I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna be a bad boy hitman. And he looked at me, he's like, all right, Playboy, and walked away. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to that. But 10, 15 years later, it came true. Bad Boy Hitman. And I remember being in the studio with him and telling him like, yo, you was at Ruck, I pulled up on you with a CD in my hand, but never gave it to you and just told you my name. And you said, yo, that's a dope name. That's a dope name, Playboy. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And so that was
that's your real name?
Nah, that's my production name. Now my name is Antoine Thompson, but the producer name that I decided upon was Amadeus.
What made you go with that name? That shit is so complicated to say.
Bro, it is crazy. I mean, I didn't love it. I remember trying to choose a name, and I mean this on my late dad.
No, I don't mean to stop you. Let's go back to let's go back before you get there. Before we get back to that, because we need to know where you at. Like you said, you seen him at the Rucker. Well, then we gonna go back to the names.
Okay. So go back to the
Rucker. You telling us how you got your first situation.
Oh wait, so no. He
just was saying how he was working.
Yeah, that was just
Gotcha.
that's just me saying what's up. Introducing
soft.
myself. My first
placement
was Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown.
How'd you get it?
I actually went up to see her brother, who I didn't know was her brother. My cousin. Excuse me. Shout out to Joe. My cousin Joe was working for Anton Marchand, who was the director of A&R and Interscope. So he found out I was making beats, heard it was dope, set me up with a meeting with him. Went up there. Now, when I first started producing, I was all hip hop. Everything hip hop, hard drum, sample, no R&B, no pop, no, just straight hip hop. Went up there, played him everything. He was just like, yo, these are crazy, but there's absolutely nothing I can do with any of this. He was working on like Maya and like City High and like Wyclef.
Was that the conversation before you got there?
That wasn't even the conversation we got.
No,
it was
just heard it.
Yeah, it was just the meeting when I got up there of what he was working on.
Yeah, because I'm trying to see your preparation. Like what would
I just put my hottest beats on.
Just what I got. Yeah.
On what I got on CD and just pulled up and played it for him, and he said what he said. And the dope part was he was like, "Yo, I really love what you're doing. These are fire. It doesn't work for who I'm working on,
right?
But it'll be dope for my sister." So I said, "Who's your sister?" So he said, "Foxy." I said,
man, ain't your sister, man. Get your ass out of here,
man. Ain't your sister. And back to credits, I do research. So I'm looking at his name on his desk, and his name is Anton Marchand. And I said, oh, that's really her brother, because her name is Inga Marchand.
Yeah.
Because just reading them credits and knowing.
And
right?
Putting that.
So he like, yo, she gonna be at Chung King Studios at 7. Pull up, play the same beats, the same order. I know my sister, she gonna love something, right? So I stood in the city all day.
Yeah,
Waste, I ain't have nothing going on. I'm walking around, chilling. 7 o'clock hit. I was in front of that studio. Got buzzed in, walked in. She's sitting right there. And I'm bugging because I had her on. I had it in my locker, bro. I had the poster.
Foxy, that brown, bro. That beautiful butter brown. Woo! That dark butter brown.
Bruh.
Wow.
It's like 2003.
Bro, yeah. Like,
Yeah, talk to him.
so we sitting in, and I'm walking in. I'm like, yo, this is Foxy, bro. And she was straight to it. What you got? I heard you got some heat. Let me hear it. Played the CD, and she was cool, nonchalant. You know, she ain't want. All right, that's what's up. You go to the next one? All right. Go to the next one. You, as a producer, you hate to hear go to the next one.
Right.
Go to the next one is frowned upon.
This some shit you
Not
telling
my
me.
boy.
You know? Go to the next one is frowned upon, right? So she did that about 4 or 5 times, right? Stops. It's like, all right, I'm good. And she was like, can you leave this with me? And I'm like, all right, yeah, I can leave with you. Leave that with me. She's like, I'm gonna see if I catch a vibe. All right, so she's like, you good? And so I bounced. As soon as I walked out of the room, I was like, yeah. Right?
Absolutely.
I see Brown, bro. I went to the crib.
How old were you at this time? You mind me asking? 18, 19?
Yeah, bro. About 18, 19.
He was a baby.
Something there around there, yeah. And the next day, you know, I went home, hyped up, making mad beats that night, just inspired.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just
Right
left
back
Foxy
to it.
Brown, bro. Next day, I got a call. He was like, yo.
The next day?
Next day, bro. Next day, he was
You
like,
must
yo,
be
she
playing that
recorded.
shit.
Oh, bro.
He was playing that shit up there.
Bro.
And she in the studio.
Yeah. Next day, yo, she recorded 2 songs. And I was like, word? He was like, yeah, she was working on DMX, rest in peace, DMX. DMX was working on his movie and soundtrack, Cradle to the Grave.
Oh, I remember Cradle to the Grave.
And he was like, she wrote a song and she wrote the actual title track to the soundtrack. So the name of the song is Cradle to the Grave, My Life. And then he was like, and then, you know, she had a little beef with Eve going on from Rough Riders.
I didn't know that. I never knew that.
So then she wrote another record, a diss record called
yeah,
Get
John.
Off Me. So
You in the video like this down the back.
so now I'm hyped over the Cradle to the Grave joint. This is a movie joint. It's a soundtrack, right? But I'm nervous about Get Off Me.
You burn a bridge.
Because I'm like, yo, I love Eve, bro. I love Rough Riders. And I was living in Yonkers.
Oh man.
So kissing them was down the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro.
But it wasn't.
Did we see this dude go to the store?
Bro, but now
my
here's what's
boy.
dope. There wasn't no social media, wasn't no YouTube, wasn't no online yet. So, you know, I was worried about something that ain't really matter. And then, you know, I had a lot of producer heroes that I admired and looked up to. Shout out to Buck Wild and D-Dot. And, you know, they were like, bro, you good? This ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, you made the beat. You ain't tell her what to write. You ain't
help her with the lyrics.
You know what I mean? So that was my first two placements as a producer. And for the Cradle to the Grave,
So your first 2 places was a beef.
it was a beef
And
and a
soundtrack.
titled song to the theme to the soundtrack. And the album sold 500,000 copies, hard copies.
Right.
So it went gold.
So
So I got my first plaque from
that. But let's lead us to, you know, it was a guy that was on other podcasts just recently. He was talking about Diddy, and he said he sued Hov, so on and so forth. Let's talk about publishing. Were you allotted publishing? Did you?
I got
publishing?
everything. I got everything I deserved.
And how many points did you get?
The average rate back then was 3 points.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I sampled, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot whether it was Surface or forgot who I sampled. So the sample took what the sample took as well.
So they took half the points off the sample. So you got a point and a half.
Well, no, they go for the publishing. So it's 50% publishing, you know, for the producer. So if a sample, let's say if a sample takes 25%, I'm left with the other
25% plus your points over time.
Yeah, they don't touch the points. So just the publishing.
So you still got your 3 points.
Absolutely.
So on and so forth. All right. So could we continue with us?
Absolutely. So yeah, man. So that was the first. That was my first 2 placements. You know, for me as a producer, it set the bar kind of high.
Absolutely. So that's what I wanted to say. Like, so what was the mindset at the time? Like, what was you thinking? Then you put, all right, I got 2 placements. Obviously, you broke, but you probably that first check probably didn't come in nowhere near yet, right? Probably a year later.
It was there.
Oh, it came in
movie
808?
money. That's soon.
I'm gonna give you exact numbers.
No, don't give me. Before you give me, I'm saying, when did you get it? So what I'm saying to you,
The
from
check
the time
from
you
the-
made the beat, you got the placement. When did the check come?
No, they checked. Once they realized that the record was actually going on the album, and we handled like the documentation and the paperwork that needed to be, that the check was cut
Immediately.
It's movie money, boy.
Tell me what that check was.
So it's 2 different checks. Let's be clear. There was a check from Def Jam because Foxy was signed to Def Jam, and the soundtrack came out through Bluntline, which is X's label, and then Def Jam, right? So it was a check. The check was $10K for the track, and then the movie. I want to say it played in the movie for 26 seconds. You see, I still remember. It played in the movie for 26 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, a check from it playing for 26 seconds was like $35,000.
Oh God.
But
26
that was to be divvied up between myself and Foxy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, out the gate, youngin,
15 grand basically.
crazy.
That's amazing.
You still get checks over the years too.
Absolutely.
That's why I asked you how many points you had, so you get-
Yep.
Damn. So you got 15 grand out though.
Bro, I went outrageous.
And you still staying with your parents at the time?
No, I wasn't with my parents.
Oh, you wasn't- did you go to college?
No. I went to college for 5 minutes. I went to college for 5 minutes. I don't say that like this is my story. Like
You gotta tell
I
the
went to
truth.
Mercy College for music production.
Nigga with the Mercy, the online college.
Mercy College.
That's
I went to Mercy College, and I'm doing all of these courses and classes, and I'm like, when we gonna do music production, bro? When I'm gonna see the studio? And they was like, well, you're not gonna see the studio till the 3rd year. And I was like, okay, well, today's gonna be my last day.
That's it.
Why would I do this?
I was like,
I'm not gonna be out there making money.
I need this right now. Like I actually said to the dean, like, this is life and death for me, bro. Like this is what's going to keep me out of the hood.
Right.
I need this right now. So I had to go, I withdrew and then just kind of went and did my own thing.
Was this the same round? This had to be around the same time that you got that check.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously. So now you got that 15 grand. Go ahead.
I went
Jazzy.
crazy. I went crazy.
So now walk us through how long before the next placement?
It wasn't long, bro, because my hustle was immaculate. Like the amount of beat CDs that I mailed to the labels, the amount of labels I stood in front of. Like I wasn't a type of dude that allowed pride and ego to overtake me. Like I'm cool with standing outside waiting to see whoever I need to see.
So what? I
to
just
be
got
like,
15
hey.
grand. 20
So what?
grand.
So what? Because for
Outside
me,
for hours, not knowing
for
what
hours,
time they
bro.
coming down.
Not even knowing if anybody's upstairs, if anybody's, because artists don't show up to the label. I didn't know this, but like they don't show up to the label every day. the people that work for the labels are there.
Right.
Artists might show up. Like I remember Redman running. He pulled up in the Benz, left the Benz,
running,
double parked, ran inside the label, and ran out. Come to find out, he was going to pick up a check. And bounce and I'm like, yo, that's Redman, bro. Like, and that's what it was.
You couldn't even get a second with it.
I didn't even bother.
In and out so
I
quick.
understood. I didn't even know where and how. I understood timing, man.
Yeah, how did you come?
It's gotta feel right. Like it's gotta feel like it's the right moment. Like it can't be like even if I did see artists walk out, like I'm looking at the energy, like the demeanor, like. Do they look approachable?
Right.
Okay, Ho was walking right now. Is he taking pictures? If he's saying peace to people while he walking out? Yeah, all right, cool. This might be a look.
Yeah.
If he's not and he, security is getting crazy, then it's not the right timing. So I had a big respect on things being the right timing.
That's amazing, bro. Just to be so young and have that awareness.
Yeah,
you know what I
bro.
mean? To know where you at.
Think about it. We
when.
from the hood.
Right.
But we ain't had that though.
Yeah, I ain't had no awareness, and I
We
was
see a
aggressive.
celeb, we trying to talk to you no matter what. Right then and there, Burger King.
Right, and we going.
But it's a different.
You at dinner with your family.
It's a different, but it's a different approach, right? You're speaking from a sense of, showing love and admiration and being a fan, right? I'm looking at
we
it.
was
from,
rapping at the
we
time.
talking about
rapping?
we trying to get a verse.
We trying to get a verse with
We
bro.
trying to rap.
We trying to get with bro.
Hey, listen to me, I rap.
And we probably 50 deep, looking nuts. Who want to stand next to us for real? I just seen, but obviously we older now. You know what I mean? I just seen DJ Envy the other day. You know what I mean? At it's a new spot in Clifton, a food spot. I don't want to put it out there because I don't want people to start going there. You know what I mean? And it just so happened was my man Weezy birthday. Me, Weezy, and AJ went up there just to celebrate him as us three. And I seen him in there with his family, right? And I met him 1 or 2 times before when the label I was with years ago. You know what I mean? I don't know if he remember me or not, but I'm not gonna.
Never say that.
With your,
Never do that.
yeah, but you with your family, you with your wife, your kids, and all. I'm not about to walk
not
over
that part.
there.
The part of the you remember me thing.
now. Yeah.
Never do that. For everybody that's watching, it's just one of the most annoying things you can possibly do.
Never say it to him.
Yeah, like, yo, you remember me?
Nah, he thought it in his head.
No, I thought it in my
You thought
mind.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
never saying this to nobody.
Okay, for those that are watching, never do that. Because, and I'm saying that from a sense of the amount of people, this is for us, the amount of people that we meet, that we interact with, that we
Right.
take pictures with, that we show love to is a lot of people, bro. So I might not, and there's no malice involved, I might not remember you.
Right.
God.
Which is why, still to this day, I always introduce myself.
Me too as well.
You're like, yo, you ain't got to do that. No, I do got to do that, bro. Just because I'm this producer and I have these records, everybody don't know my name, bro. Everybody don't know me. So I'm gonna walk into the situation humble,
Absolutely.
and introduce myself every time. Now, if you say, yo, I know who you are already, King, I'm like, all right, cool, much love. But I'm still gonna introduce myself because I'm not gonna assume
Yeah.
you
know
why?
me.
You making an ass out of
Nah,
yourself,
bro.
But a lot of people don't really have like character. A lot of people assume that your accolades is who you are, and that's not really what life is. Recently, as of we've been doing rap for years. We was rapping for years, right? And then I guess we had, what I mean, I sold 3 million. I did 3 million streams in my whole career.
matters. Congrats.
It's cool. Thank you. I just checked it. Just to happen the other day was amount. I'm like, that's amazing. I
But
did
think about that.
independently. Right?
3 million people
Yeah, listen to my
listen.
music.
That ain't regular.
Yeah, that was great, and it's amazing. I'm not downplaying. I appreciate it, right? And people knew me from the music, right? But it's different now. The podcast, I guess I guess I understand it's 80% promotion and 20% production, and being that I understand that now, and we putting the dollars where it's supposed to be placed, and I feel like not sometimes we in the places where we need to be,
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we're working together.
Yes, sir.
Opposed to he doing his own thing and I'm doing my own
Yes,
thing.
sir.
It's bringing way more awareness. You know what I mean? So now I'm in a place where now those conversations is just relevant to me. When be like, you remember me from such and such, and I probably really don't now because, like you said, I'm meeting you from so many places, so on and so forth. How do you feel now walking on this journey, being in that place of fame?
It's crazy you said that, right? Because today, I went to Radio City for Garden of Dreams, right? This organization from Madison Square Garden, that help kids and help them see their dreams. Some of them are ill, unfortunately.
Right.
Some of them have, different circumstances.
Right.
So they have a talent show every year that they perform at Radio City. So today which is why I was late again. Sorry for my tardiness.
Yeah, I see the thing on your joint. That's fire.
So I went to just be a mentor today to just give them advice and speak to them as they were rehearsing and working on the show. And it was funny because when we was leaving, I was taking pictures in front of Radio City, and the lady was just like walking by, and she was like, "Are you famous?" Right? And I was just like, Maybe. And she said, "Well, what's your name?" And I said, "My name is Amadeus." And she was like, "Wow, it's like very grand."
That's grand. That's what I said. That you know what it is. That's now that she's saying that though, that he's saying that she said that to him. I was trying to find the exact word.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It seems no homo. It means like it seems important.
Yeah, it's just grand. It
sound like a Viking warrior.
Right. I could tell you.
Greek.
She was like, "Are you famous? Are you?" She was like, what else she said? She said,
right.
She said, "Can we take a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Absolutely not.
Right? No,
white lady. No. Right. Caucasian lady from the Caucasus Mountain. No, we ain't. This ain't one. This ain't. I'm playing. Hey, look. Look. Right, all my guys that come to my white people that be coming to the lives. I'm playing, man. I love everybody, bro. It's a joke.
She was actually nice, and she wasn't scared of me. She was like,
that should be appreciated.
She wasn't scared of me, man. And so we took a picture, and my photographer that I had, and he was just like, little does she know. But again, it's just about humbleness, right? I think what gives us notoriety and more value and more appreciation as producers, because we're behind the scenes, right?
Right.
Is social media, and that we have online, and people are able to now put the face to the name. When you read credits, like you didn't know. I didn't know who Stevie J looked like. I didn't.
Yeah. Right.
I didn't know, what Timberland looked like, but Timberland was in the video. If he wasn't in the videos,
right.
I don't know what you look like.
Yeah.
So now people are able to put the face with the name, and people do their research and they do their homework, and now they know. And now the producers are kind of getting the same light and love and respect
as
that
most
artists are getting.
Right. So let's get into some nigga shit.
What a transition.
Let's get into some nigga shit.
Transition.
So like, you know what I'm saying? What would you say, right, is the most money you made at one time? Like, and what's the most outrageous thing you did?
How much money you messed up at one time?
Like how much money you fucked up? Like,
that's what I want to hear.
But I want to know. I want to know the amount that you made. Like when you looked in your account, it could have been accumulated. But you was like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't know I was getting this.
Y'all gonna be like, I remember, sitting down with the accountant at the end of the year, and he was going through everything, all the expenses, and he said, "Yeah, this is this is the first year, like the first successful year as a producer." He said, "You definitely sold about 100,000." He said, "Where you at right now?" I was like,
not 100,000.
"That shit gone, bro." And yeah,
you blew through that shit.
Absolutely, bro. I didn't see it. I mean, you're getting it's smoke. It's like checks, and you don't see it. Let me tell you what happened.
Paying your bills or whatever.
I was living life. Everything that, and I have no regrets. Everything that I couldn't get when I was that little kid.
Yeah.
All them J's you wanted.
I went in Foot Locker on 34th Street and said, "I need."
We know you went crazy. You see them kids? We know you went crazy.
I need everything up there.
Look at the whole row. Give me everything size 10.
Everything in a 10 and a half. And it was a dude that was helping me, and he was like, "Come on, bro." I was like, "No, I'm not playing with you. Like, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to make you get all 40 of these niggas." I'm like, I'm really, like, for real. He was like, "Come on, man.
I'm going a 10-piece in here, man."
He was like, "Nah, bro." I was like, "All right." So it was a female.
You go help me.
I said, "I need all of these Air Force Ones in every color. I need 10 pairs of the whites, and a 10 and a half." And she looked at me, and she was just like, she just gave me.
"You better not be playing with me."
I said, "I promise you I'm not playing." And she brought them out, because I like, y'all sneakerheads. Like, I don't like them tried on. I don't like the paper moved. I want to move the paper. and see the 2 pairs niggas
Fresh.
untouched,
Yeah.
like fresh. I could lick the bottom paws. Right. And I was like, cool, we good, wrap them up. And we took them to the register. She marked, her code on the joint so she can get her
Sick.
Commission. Yeah.
commission. Thank you, King. And I said, and I looked at him and was like,
Told you, dummy.
Stupid.
and we loaded
Dummy.
them up in the car. So for me, that first year was just going crazy. Church boy,
Catching up.
suits, gators, dinners.
How'd you catch up on the vagina? Fuck all the small talk. Tell us about them tour nights, how you was beating that tuna up. We need to know some of the, you know what I mean, that you smacked out there.
I was and I'm on my late dad. I was a different beast, bro. I wasn't on.
You said I'm a
none of
late dad. I like that.
that.
Me too.
On my late dad. That's how you know I was real.
No,
Like
on his late dad.
on my late dad. I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on some bullshit. Not my boy.
He's like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, no.
I like that. No. I'm a late dad too. I had my baby almost 30. I don't know. You said on my late dad.
So
I
you
get
know
it.
that whatever
My
I'm saying
fault, bro.
after this is truth.
Yeah.
Nah, but yo, I proposed. I was about 18 years old.
What was you thinking?
It was the greatest thing I've ever did.
What you got to do with the joints that was on tour though? No, fuck.
Nah, she was
He
right
like, you
there.
ain't about to get me jammed up, nigga. What are you talking about?
She was right there. Bro.
So you took her on some tours and stuff with you?
Absolutely. Flew out when I was here. When I had breaks, went home, went back out.
Right.
Absolutely. Like for me, I grew up in the church, so it was a different mentality. It was a different thought process, right? And honestly, it was the greatest. And I didn't do it for that reason. Like I was really in love. I was really,
Right.
I wanted to do things the right way, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Right.
And I feel like the reason why you have Amadeus, right?
Did y'all work out though?
We went for a long time. We did about 14 years together.
Oh, that's
You just got a
clean.
divorce recently?
My son is 19. It's a good amount of years ago.
And it wasn't
Over 10
nasty
years
or
ago.
nothing for
Oh,
you.
No.
Yeah, just it was more
just
amicable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, nothing crazy. No, tore enough. No.
Yeah.
Nah, it just went.
And she had her own career and so on and
Yeah.
so forth too. So she didn't really need you for that aspect.
Right.
You know, a
And
lot of
now,
times, a lot of
we all
women
good, yeah.
or men don't have anything.
She ain't come
going
after
on.
nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't get ugly. We wasn't in the court fighting, and we ain't no child support.
And she was
knew.
cool with the lifestyle?
Yeah, but she was an artist as well.
Oh, okay.
She's an artist. We met in the studio.
Do you think that as you get bigger, you know what I mean, as you grow, I mean, outside, I'm not talking about this some nigga shit I'm saying. I ain't talking about growth in your personality.
Right,
I'm talking
right,
about growth in your career. You making financial, you
becoming
getting
that
chicken,
guy, right?
right? You know what I mean? It's your moral obligations, right? And then it's that I just want to do what the fuck I want to do. You
Right,
get what I'm saying to
right.
you? As you get bigger, as you grow, as you make more money, does that cause a crazy divide in, you know what I mean, what you want to do and what you should be doing?
Great question. It's funny, right? And I said this recently, where I never got to enjoy being Amadeus because I was, locked down. I was a relationship type of dude. Like I wasn't outside, right? So now
You must be a Cancer like me.
I'm Aquarius.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
know cancer like
The water
you.
signs, man. I'm a Cancer, man. I've been my wife. I've been my wife since 2011. What year this is? 2025. 14 years.
Dope.
I've been married 5. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got ups and downs. You know, I'm a
Just
handsome
like
guy.
anything.
You know, I'm like anybody else
Yeah,
would
man.
have.
Yeah, man. Talk your talk, King.
Yeah.
But it's always, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, continue to say as you were saying. You ain't get to enjoy.
Getting into the single life and being Amadeus and being that guy, it's different, bro. I don't really like it out here.
And you just
I don't
single.
like
You
it.
single right now.
Yeah.
Dating pool got pee in it.
Little PP.
I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. Like it's different.
You think it's because it's dating at your age? You know, I would not just your age, at our age. Like I wouldn't know what to do to date. I'm about to be 39 years old this year.
Dang.
This nigga funny as hell.
I'm 44.
Yeah. We older. So that's what I'm trying
Some
to say.
people was wondering how old you was in here. Some people was wondering.
So you know, she funny as hell. So dating at our age, Like, you know, you being outside. Like, how is it?
It's not even an age thing. I think it's it's the mentality of women.
Yeah.
It's a different thing, bro. They, you know, and I get it. I'm not mad. I feel like they the new us.
That's a hell of a perspective.
They us.
Yeah.
They us. So it's like I can't even mean. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you because you're moving how a man would move.
So
You just keeping it G. You keeping it
a lot
gangster.
of masculine traits.
Yeah,
I
bro.
blame social media.
That the money.
Yo, you got your show next. Relax. Yo, just be over there. Relax.
Money.
Be quiet.
Yeah, I
Right.
blame social media though.
The money, the it's like, and it's not all women, of course.
Right.
It's like, what are you after? What do you want? Are you after love? Are you after companionship? Are you after being a team? Are you after us being one? Or are you after what can you get or the gains and what I can do for you?
I think a lot of times when dating and meeting people, right? A lot of times when you having conversations with people, y'all don't have a conversation. Not y'all saying you, but I'm saying just a lot of times people don't have a conversation what expectations are.
Mm-hmm.
And without having those conversations about what expectations are, you'll be dragged along into some BS. Opposed to in the beginning, when you find out, oh, look, this is my representative person that you having this conversation, but look, I expect this, and that.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And
That's a deep conversation to have on a first date.
It ain't about the first date. It's about
But
the
it
first
is about
5
the
dates.
first date. And for you to be single and dating, you have to go on the first date.
Yeah,
And
but
there's expectations of what a first date is now. And this
it shouldn't be what you mean? You mean as far as what we do on a
the
first
conversation.
date? Or,
Well, yeah, exactly. Where's the first date? Where are you taking me?
Which is
Going
crazy, by the way. I don't know you to be taking. I don't know you to be spending X amount of money.
$1,000 on the first date.
I don't
She
know
ain't
you.
coming outside. You heard?
this is my thing.
It
now,
changed, bro. Like
She
it
don't
wasn't
want
like
no
that. It wasn't like that for
Cheesecake
us.
Factory, man.
We didn't grow up on it.
But
Right.
think about this though, bro. No homo, I'm keep touching you. I don't know what you're.
Yeah, I don't know
No
what's
homo,
up with
I
you,
apologize,
man.
bro. Cause you know what I mean. And you know, me touching men. Some men be like, bro, stop touching me. I don't mean to do no.
You gotta be sure of yourself.
He looked at me like,
no
yo,
homo.
what's up,
Nah, it's
man?
all good.
Yeah. He looked at me. So look, my thing is, it's like you meet
Not
people
my boy.
most times, right, in places that you most frequent at.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So if you if you go to Starbucks every morning,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, you get whatever, your mocha latte, whatever it is. It might be a beautiful joint that's doing this, that's working out. After her workout, do the same thing.
Yeah.
If I grab a mocha latte and you grab whatever you grabbing, she grabbing whatever she grabbing, you say, hey, you have a conversation. This is our first date. We talking right now.
Yeah, you think this 2010?
I'm just simply saying this is not our first official date.
But we're kicking it. Right.
This is this is our meeting point. It's all good. This is our meeting point, right? Of a first date, right? So we kind of having. You disagree with me? If I meet you at Burger King, you grabbing something for your kids, I'm introducing myself. We just talking, we
That's an
vibing.
introduction. Ain't no first date.
Okay,
Yeah,
just talk to me, GL. What's the first date is?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. I ain't
It's
have
been a while. You ain't been on a first date in 15 years.
My first date. This is my wife, right? My first date. We have a
Wasn't
conversation
even
on
a
the
first
phone.
date.
Wasn't a first date. I'm like, yo. She's like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really don't want to go out nowhere. She said to me when I told her I'm gonna come get her for the day. She said we can just go out your house and watch TV if you want to. I said let's get some wings.
Love that.
She's like, oh, all right, let's go get some wings. We sat down, ate the wings on my bed, and we've been together ever since.
I love that.
That's a beautiful.
I love that.
I'm just keeping it real. That's just happened to be my story. I don't know about your story.
I love that. And it ain't got it. You ain't had no agenda. You ain't, you wasn't trying to
chilling.
smash. It was
No. I had an agenda. I said, yo, look, I'm gonna put on the bullshit so she could sit down. I used to box. We're fucking around with the boxing, so I said, I'm gonna put some Mike Tyson DVDs.
He done bored her into the pussy. Oh boy, come on, let's have sex. I'm bored.
I'm a
man, come
Dragon
on.
Ball Z fanatic.
Not my boy.
I'm gonna put this Dragon Ball Z on and this Mike Tyson DVDs. I'm bored, and then just hit her with the conversation, make her laugh in here while I'm see if I can take these panties off. You know what I mean? And
I hate to tell you, but she already planned on giving you some before she came over
absolutely.
there.
That's 80.
All like that.
I could just because it's coming over your crib when we can just watch a movie. That's
Yeah, absolutely. But my thing is this, right? It's never how you get me, it's how you keep me. So, you know what I mean? The same thing with relationships. I meet a lot of people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people not in my circle for certain reasons. It's the same thing with a woman that you're talking to, right? We can have sex, we could talk and have good conversations, right? But something that we ain't connecting on. Morally, we ain't in the same space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That box was trash. You know what I mean? The conversation about how you treat your kids or how you treat people. You could be a mean girl. I'm not really into those type of things. I like pretty and beautiful women, but I also like pretty and beautiful souls. I don't like people that's mean to people for no reason. I don't like people that's talking crazy to people. I don't like people that look down on people. I don't like people that, you know what I mean, talk a language that I don't speak. You get what I'm saying? You got to be speaking my language. I don't speak Spanish. I speak realness. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't speaking that language, then I can't really.
I was with you until the last part. Man. Shout out to my Spanish folks.
No, I'm not. No, you missing what I'm saying. I'm not talking about it's not about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shout out to all my people. I'm just simply saying you got to speak the language I'm speaking, and it's off vibes like you was talking about. But go ahead, see what you were saying.
You know what's important too? Privacy.
Yeah.
Privacy, right? Because I feel like the downfall of so many relationships, especially in what we do, entertainment, music business, athletes, everything is so much in the forefront and for everybody and for display. It leaves so much room for demise. My personal opinion.
And you let the outsiders in.
Yeah, so much.
Them outside voices.
Bro, right, to the point where, and I saw this today online, Amon Shumpert and
his wife,
Tiana Taylor,
where what is this thing about where you feel you have to address the people? This is your marriage, bro.
Right.
You don't owe us no explanation.
Right.
But people feel like they have to do that. Why? Because your relationship is in front of people and you
public
and
knowledge.
You put it out there.
The same thing with Just Hilarious. She just had a comment. I don't know if you've seen this.
I seen the
she
old
was
girl
talking about Lauren LaRosa.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that was an internal conversation. Because she said it was common. She was like, it was comments that was said online that other people were saying that wasn't a part of the podcast and that wasn't part of this. And I just feel like any business that me, you, and him got should be addressed between me, you, and him. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I understand the gripe. I understand, I'm coming back off maternity leave and things changing and, where am I left at in this position? I was hired to do a certain job at a certain place. But the one thing that the girl never said anything. The girl, Lauren LaRosa, never spoke ill about you, never said nothing about you publicly, never had no issues with you, right? Publicly. No matter what the pub. So if you have a problem, whatever problem that may be, I just feel like you should have handled it internally.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But if we dumb it down, let's just say it's for Instagram, right? Because largely what she was saying on the interview was
the problem she had with Instagram. But she was saying
Instagram got her to where she's at. She feel like she owe those people a response. Yeah, just like her
I think
outwardly speaking to the people and the followers and the fans pushed her to all the success she has. So she felt like these her cousins, these are friends.
But she was saying that the Breakfast Club wasn't protecting her because Corey Holcomb was saying things about her when she's been beefing with Corey Holcomb before she ever even joined the show. It's a weird thing about responsibilities and my responsibilities to your business. Meaning, if I give you a deal, right? For instance, this is our podcast, right? We want you to be a part of the podcast. We want you to be the third co-host, a part of this podcast. Now we say, yo, look, we got $20,000 a month from you. Like, man, I'm not taking $20,000. I need $100,000, right? And I negotiate with you. We work it out with 80. That's how you run your business. You got your team to come do that, so on and so forth, right? Now, when we come up here, we speak on this radio. It's still a business at the end of the day. You, your own identity, your own personality. Somebody speaking about you in a negative form, not really our responsibilities. Just like you ran your business when you came to negotiate the deal, you got to run your business when somebody else is talking about you because they're not talking about you and I or the entity that got you here. They're talking about you individually.
Well said.
So I think a lot of times we fail to realize what our responsibilities are individually and what our responsibility is personally. Think the difference between me and him, right? This is my family, right? So we've been around each other 20 years. So this be family. So it's different of our responsibility is the podcast and to end it. It's different. You get what I'm saying to you, opposed to you're being hired. You understand what I'm saying to you?
And I like that you brought this up, right? Because as I look at that situation, and I'm gonna say this, and it has nothing to do with the pregnancy. I'm just speaking in general. When you're in a position and you have to step out or step back, and you put someone in to fill in.
What she did, she chose the person.
Yeah.
I'm just for everybody that's tuned in, you gotta understand what's at stake.
Right. That's a fact. That's a
It's a
fact.
gym. It's a gym.
That's a big gym. Don't put
Right?
nobody up that motherfucker fucking with me.
Like
Let that
you
shit
gotta-
stay empty.
You gotta be careful, bro. And it's not even be careful, but you just gotta know that there's a
Just in
chance
case. Yeah, there's a chance.
he or she can come in and shut this down. Now, this is pregnancy, so you can't avoid that, right? So let's not talk about pregnancy. Let's just talk about you needing a sub. You can't make it one.
I got an
day.
injury.
Right? You gotta sit out, and me and bro running this,
Right.
and I come in and kill it.
Yeah. Views
They ain't
going
even
through
checking.
the roof.
They ain't even checking for me no more.
Yeah.
It can happen, bro. So you can't be mad at Shorty. She came in and did the job. She came in and killed it. Now you back, and it's like, ooh.
That's
It's a part of the game, bro.
Right,
That's taking the sports. LeBron hurt right now. Luka going crazy.
Stupid.
Now you're the number one option now. But we done seen it before.
Right or wrong?
Rory and Maul left the Joe Budden's pod for a little minute on strike. All right. It's Ice, come here.
And now
You
it's
ain't
guy.
the only one. The moral of the story is this: you ain't the only one that can do what you do.
Right.
There's millions of people that do what you do better. You just got the moment.
Right. And you got
You
the
had the
following.
relationship.
Right.
You had the moment where you can come in and do what you do.
You got the following. But a lot of people don't understand that part right there. Instagram makes certain people. I'm not saying just one of the people. I'm a just hilarious fan, bro. So don't let me.
Yeah, she's dope.
What I'm saying to you,
But it's
not me
real.
distract what I'm saying to you. What I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I appreciate what she does. At the end of the day, it was distasteful. I disagree with her going
Yeah, her
on or
approach.
what's her approach and her having a conversation. I feel like we could. Yeah,
I ain't really tap in with it like that. But I
I saw
do
some
feel
of
it
it.
with the whole, this is my segment. Y'all can't give away my segment.
she was gone.
Yeah, now
For a
she's
long
back.
time.
And she said, from what I heard her say out her own mouth, she said, I'm
Next
introducing
man up, my
you to
set.
take over my segment. You feel me?
She got her spot back. She's still number.
Yeah,
She's still.
but
She's
you
still
did
doing
you hear
everything
it?
except this one segment. Imagine. Look.
That segment is called Just with the Mess. You can't do my segment.
Yeah.
This is kicking
Oh,
with
it's no
GL.
longer just with the mess. We
Yeah,
switched that
nah,
segment up
but
now. You don't got that. Look,
That's
look,
what she
look,
said.
It's not.
Change
It's
the
not. It's not
topic.
that you ain't got the segment no more. There is no more just with the mess.
Yeah, but that's what she said. Well, change
That
the
shit is
title or
done.
something. Yeah,
They
like,
changed the title. It's been changed. That's what I'm telling you. Since it's been Lauren LaRosa got the what's the name? What is it called? Got the news or whatever. Whatever it is, it's fire.
But
What
I
I'm
guess
telling
she
you
spoke
is,
up, and that's why they changed it.
look, my guy right here. When you have a conversation with him, right? His vernacular is better than mine. That's not a. He's not. I'm just keeping it real with you. It's not a. We're not here for debate. Your vernacular is better than mine, right? Just keeping it real. So having this conversation, right? This is my job, right? I don't have the best vernacular. I'm not gonna. It's you like about you. The things you like about me is all nuance. You know what I'm saying?
real.
You like about not how I look, but the way I say things, right? It's in a you know what I mean? It's a slangish term, you know what I mean? So maybe in this space, you won't be accepted as much as I would in this space. But now we try to go to the Joe Budden podcast, me and you up there.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm done. They like get Louis out of here, bro. We need bro.
This hood dude.
This guy, they might
Ghetto
kill me.
baby.
Yeah, this guy talk a certain way, but on something that I built,
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. What I'm telling you, she didn't build the Breakfast Club. My fault.
Yeah, no,
Even though she what's the name? She's the
She just built Just with the Mess. That's what I'm telling you.
Just with the Mess. She still had. She still do that segment on
mine.
Thursdays. She did that today. She did Just with the Mess today on Thursdays. She still got that segment. She just don't got the news no more.
Yeah, all right, cool.
That's the problem because she never was there to tell news.
Right.
And they told her that. Look, when we hired you, we hired her. You never was up here to tell news. You just was what's the name until she finished her contract. Had to run out with TMZ. Once her contract was over with TMZ, we had to move her in. You was never hired for the news. Charlamagne kept it real with her.
That's buck. That's a buck. That's a
Somebody
buck.
got to uncomfortable conversations.
And now, and he a cancer like me. And I'm
what's up with this cancer crap?
bro, you know what I mean? That's what signs mean something. But I'm just simply saying, like, you know what I mean?
Not my boy.
But yeah, I know we only got to be an hour with you, bro. Before we end it, you know what I mean? The last 5 or 10 minutes, we got a couple more questions for you, right? Before we really do it, how many minutes?
Two.
No, I need.
We started at 8.
I need at least 10, 15 more minutes. Give us a little bit second more, because I know we late. Just give us a second though. Look, 2 conversations I want to have with you. Just oh my mind, hold me down. All right, 2 conversations
Grievances,
I want. Yeah, he got a lot of grievances, right? I wanted to know 2 things, right? I know he got a couple questions too, right? I seen you speak about, you know what I mean, how you got the Rick Ross opportunity, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. Tell us the beginning of that. Like before you even got on the stage with Rick Ross, before you was, you know what I'm saying, just tell us how that, and then how you cemented it.
Well, we good then. That was my question too.
Yeah.
I just liked your humbleness of it. The way you was so appreciative of the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
That was dope.
Man, fuck that humble shit now.
But I like you asking that question because it brings everything back around to me not reading, right? So I have a residency at Dre's nightclub. Ross has a residency at Dre's nightclub. I don't play with the artist, pause, right? No, that's right. I play before the artist perform.
Okay.
Right at Dre's. So we set
So
the,
it's just
we set
music playing. It's just a vibe.
Yeah, we set the vibe because I'm on drum. I'm playing drums alongside the DJ at the club. So, you know, certain artists come and perform as residents. I'd be like, yo, let me rock out with you tonight, man. Like Ja and Jada Kiss and 50. Like a certain artist from a bucket list sense of like, bro, let me just play your music, man. I just want as a drummer, let me just rock. So I hit Ross. I was like, yo, can I play tonight? He was like, yeah, rock out. So we were doing.
You know him prior?
Nah. It was just on some like on the fly in the club. Like I'm like, yo, I play here. Like, let me play a set with you. And he was like, all right, cool. And we were doing God Did. And I was going crazy. Like as a drummer, as a musician, as a producer.
Can you do you have a clip of that?
I do.
Can you send that clip to us? Can you text that to? And then we going, hey yo, Cuba, you hear him? He got the clip. So this thing,
I got the clip.
This is the last 10 minutes of it. Put that clip right there where he's saying.
The clip, bro.
And like this, go ahead. It's gonna be a
so
clip.
I'm playing God Did. Ross is rapping his rap, but he keeps stopping. And he keep looking back as I'm playing to the point where he stops rapping and starts filming. As I'm playing, he like, and he looking at his people like, right? So right after that, I'm drunk, he drunk. He like, yo, bro, you like, yo, you was crazy up there. I'm doing the show in Atlanta. I need you with me. And I'm like, all right. He said, it's an all-black orchestra.
That's fire.
And I need you on drums. Now, we've been in the business
Industry
for a long
talk.
time.
Yeah.
I'm drunk, he drunk. I'm looking at him like, all right, cool. A week go by. I'm in the crib, I get a call. He's like, yo, my name is Jason Black. You know, he's like, yo, I'm the conductor of, you know, the orchestra down in Atlanta. I got your number. Ross said, Rick Ross said, I want to do this.
I don't mean to cut you off, but they gave you the stipend. They gave you a.
Well, no, it was nice. But he said that his exact words was,
Hey, do me a favor, put some in her cup.
no, I use some more of that. I can do some more of that.
Oh, you want some more?
Yeah. So he goes, Ross said he wants to do the show. And when and as he's doing the show, he was like, I need Amadeus on drums.
Don't go all the way with it. I need some.
Yeah, don't go crazy. Just a little, I gotta drive home tonight.
I ain't
Smash go. We good. So yeah, that's how that whole thing came about. He's like, I'm looking at my cup.
You need more. I'm about to say you might need the rest of
No, that's good. That's good.
No, you sure?
What you got? You straight?
I mean, it's gonna have to be this a little bit.
All right, cool. Beers and bottles, baby. Beers and bottles. So yeah, I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, "Yo, Ross would like for you to, play the show with a live orchestra," and that's that, right? So the crazy part is, I had Dre's that same weekend. So I'm like, well, I'm booked for Dre's in Vegas. So I called, shout out to Ozzy from Dre's. I was like, yo, bro, Ross just called me asking me to do a show with him in Atlanta with the orchestra. And he's like, go ahead and do it. I'll swap dates. And that's how that whole thing came about. Now to circle back to what we originally talked about, with me not being able to read, the orchestra that played alongside Ross were reading their charts. I walked in and he was like, yo, we got rehearsal. Da, da, da. I went crazy. I don't need no rehearsals.
Just tell me what
I
songs.
said, let me send me the set list. Tell me what we doing. Let me know when Ross is going to be there. The day Ross come in is the day I want to come in. It's me telling him, and with all due respect, I'm not talking crazy. It's just like, I know all of his music, bro. I'm a drummer and I'm a producer. I know I don't need no rehearsal.
Right.
Just let me know what we doing.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Walked in, got on drums, playing. Ross walks in. The conductor's like, it's like, you played this before? I was like, I just know it. I know all the patterns. I know everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And it was just a moment, because for me, and I'm getting emotional about it, where it's like, as a little kid, I know the only way I'm supposed to be up here with y'all is me being able to read music.
Right.
All of y'all are reading music. And I just know it. So I'm going off a vibe and a feeling.
It's beautiful, bro.
Now, with all due respect, and I know we got to end. I want the queen to get up here and do her thing.
I still got one more question.
Okay.
Then it's the last question. We out.
Okay. So for me, right, Ross wants to extend the song. And I mean this with all love. When they finish reading, that's it.
That's it.
I'm still going, bro.
Yeah.
I'm watching him. I'm watching his signals. I'm watching his hand movements. I'm watching his gestures. I'm watching, DJ Sneak. I'm watching what's going on. I'm still playing, bro. They have to stop. And they can't come back in because it ain't, it's done. It's the last stop.
Yeah.
So when you talk about...
So now you got a drum solo.
So when you talk about an energy, when you talk about a feeling, that's something you can't take away from me, bro.
You can't come back from it.
It's a feeling. I get to do what I do. I do what I do from the heart. I'm not reading nothing. It's off of feeling the emotions. You know what I'm saying? So that was a moment that we shared on stage that you like. So
it's one of the moments like, damn, I knew this was gonna pay off one day, but never knew it was gonna be here right now.
So I'm gonna say this and you're gonna ask your question. It just goes to show you, and not to get all deep and emotional, but just who I am. When God do what he do with you. When when he gives you your gifts and your talents, bro. On paper, you could not be qualified.
Right.
But when you hone in on your gift and you apply yourself and you respect the gift and you do what you do and you be great and you walk in your greatness, there's no stage you can't be on. There's no platform you can't be on. There's no room you can't be in. You feel me? Like on paper, I don't deserve to be there because y'all went to Juilliard. Y'all went to all of these schools and y'all studied to be where y'all at today. Nah, I just woke up as a kid from the Bronx. Like, nah, I don't know about none of that, but it's a feeling. I watch the Video Music Box every day.
Right, it's a beautiful thing. I'm from the culture.
I'm from the culture, bro. So, we can borrow from one another. And it's crazy. Same thing happened with T.I., right? I got a phone call. Shout out to my man KP for T.I. Same thing, Dre's. Yo, let me rock with you. He did the same venue, a different orchestra, but I got the phone call like, yo, T.I. is doing the joint. He wants you to pull up. When T.I. gonna be there? All right, cool. Send me the set list. All right, cool. I know all of these songs already. I just need to hear 4 bars to know what the pattern is on drums, and I got you. So I did T.I. as well down there as well with the orchestra. On paper, I'm not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
What did God say?
My man, God said did. You did. Cheeks, my man Cheeks gonna love this conversation. He a drummer as well.
Yeah, bro.
But now this is the last question, right? You know what I mean? I know you did the Blueprint. Well, that was the Blueprint joint you did with Jay-Z?
So we did the Blueprint tour, Blueprint 3 tour. So I've been touring with Trey Songz for the last 18 years.
You was touring with Trey Songz. Explain this to us.
Yeah,
Give us that moment.
Bro, we played Madison Square Garden, bro. And I remember standing there with tears in my eyes because that's where
It's the biggest moments in the world.
Like my mom's brought me there to see MC Hammer. I was an MC Hammer fan. Guess who? You'll never guess who opened up for MC Hammer that night.
Who?
For the first time, Jodeci. I was a little kid. And I was like, who are these 4 dudes? Going crazy.
You never seen them in your life, don't know who the fuck they
Young
is.
kid, humping and shit. I was like, okay, what's up? And I went to the African dude and got the Jodeci tape. And we did what we did. And yeah, so that was opening up for JC on that tour was legendary. You know what I mean? And I'm just grateful, man. That's the bottle. Oh.
That's an amazing thing, man.
But yeah, bro.
But before we end this, it's the very last question now. This is the very last question.
Okay.
All right.
He said that 2 times.
I know. I got so many more questions, right? This is the very last one.
We might have to come back. I might have to come back and do a part 2.
Right, absolutely.
Because we didn't even get to talk about you being on podcasts. And
Because we didn't talk about that, but this is the very
Let's
last.
do a part 2. Let's do a part 2.
So you think I should save it? No, I don't want to save it.
Yeah, part 2, man.
Part 2.
I just want to. I just want to know, like, you know what I mean? Give me your 5 biggest records you ever did that the people don't know or may know.
Ooh.
I ain't finished it.
He love you a drop. He love you a
A
shot.
little drop, little shot, half a shot. That's all it was in there.
That's a great tequila right there, too, by the way.
Amazing tequila.
Get straight to the point. I would say the ESPN First Take theme song. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Still in rotation, still to this day. Justin Bieber Christmas Eve record that was on his Christmas album. Chris Brown wrote that.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's a couple questions on here I ain't still get to ask you.
That's crazy. So
Knowing
that
niggas do
record,
research.
Christmas Eve happens every year, so just that check is it's pretty nice. That me being from the Bronx, working with J-Lo and producing a record called Same Girl, same thing. Chris
that was
Brown,
my shit. I like that
Same
shit.
Girl?
Yeah.
Chris Brown wrote that. That's 3. Probably Perfect. Shout out to Dave East featuring Chris Brown.
That's my
and
he did that production. You did the beat on that.
And Young and May Petty Wop.
Petty, I ain't hear that joint. I gotta.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what right that is?
Yeah.
It's a smile. It's a smile.
Hey, yo, bro, it's been a pleasure having you up
Bro,
here.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna have a different fit on.
Yeah, you're a legend,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Thank you,
know, man. I
brothers.
wanted to treat
I'll
you
be
as such.
drinking this, so we'll actually have liquor.
Yeah, I got
Next time, look, when it got to come all out my pocket, everything.
Listen, I'm gonna bring a bottle on me. Bottle on me.
Oh yeah. We appreciate that. Look,
Louis the 13th, if that's how
you wildin'.
No, we're gonna go with the brand. I'm a brand ambassador for Bel Air.
So that
we
used
got-
to be part of our. I'm not gonna lie. That used to be our.
So I got Bel Air, I got Vion, because they got
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got
we
the
for Bel Air,
Vion, the Bumble. So I'll bring you one of those.
Yeah, bring some tequila though, if you could.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yo, it's been
So
a pleasure.
do you need me to pass that up? Do you need to pass the Bel Air thing up just before?
No,
We'll
we'll
talk
talk
off
off the camera.
camera. We'll
I
talk
tell you,
off
I don't
camera.
want to put our business out there on
Okay.
camera. You know what I mean?
Queen said bring some Bumble out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to G the
Bumble
K.
Cream.
man.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
shout out to everybody over there at Maybach Music, bro. It's been a
But first
pleasure.
of all, and we out of here. But salute to you, Kings,
Thank you, bro.
and your greatness and all that you do. You
Nigga don't do nothing, but
No, you
nigga
do a
just
lot.
Tell me, man. Just tell me.
You do a
Thank
lot.
to me.
You allow for us to be able to come up here and share our stories and be of motivation and inspiration with our journey. So, appreciate you, Kings. Love of what you're doing. Keep going. Continue in your greatness. And like I said, we'll be back for part 2.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro.
We still got to talk about you going to the schools, chopping it with the kids.
I got a street sign, yo.
Yeah, talk to him.
Part 2.
I got a street sign.
Hold on, I'm telling niggas we got.
right.
We gonna go.
Yankee Stadium, right up the block from Yankee Stadium. My street sign, you heard?
You
Part
don't need
2.
You don't need a second.
Jerome?
Huh?
Jerome?
Grand Concourse.
You only the second person we about to do a double part 2.
See, y'all ain't got no part 2 though. You got to put
Yeah,
more work in to get a part 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all ain't did enough.
You ain't doing enough
Nothing
yet.
for part 2.
It's your main man, PBM Louie,
It's the homie GL
and we're Bids.
and Bobs.
Whoa.